Jason was still sleeping, and I had to wake him up to have his bath, right? But one thing is certain, he'll surely go back to sleep after bathing. So we're about to begin. Once you see my legs crossed inside this bathtub, just know it's time. So that's what I just did. I put one of my finger on the anus and I gently massaged it, not inside, just at the tip there, just massage it a little to give easy way in case there is something coming, it can easily come out. Yes. So since this so now this is how we wash the head, because we don't want to pour water directly on her face. So you turn the baby's head to the reverse. Yeah. So you apply the soap to the head. This is our normal routine. After bathing, we soak and sleep. Yeah. Hey guys, today I want to show you how you can comfortably bathe a newborn baby. So here are my babies, Jasmine and Jason. Jason is the one in the rocker, while Jasmine is right here in my arms. So this video is going to serve as a guide to mothers who may not have people to help them when their babies are still newborn, right? And it's very, very important that you give these babies a thorough bath, right? So that is the reason I'm making this video. Okay, so I'm starting with Jasmine. Jasmine was the one awake as at the time I wanted to start the video. So there is no particular order of choosing. I just choose according to who was awake, who was disturbing, who was hungry, and all of that. So we begin. I put my leg in the bathtub and I cross it. The reason I cross this leg is to give the baby a firm balance, okay, so he or she doesn't slip. So I have cold water in the bucket and I'm putting it right there in the bowl where I'll be mixing it with hot water. Okay, so while mixing the hot water, remember the water shouldn't be warm, it shouldn't be too hot. It has to be hot but not too hot, okay, because we don't want our baby skin to get burnt, right? So we are going to make sure the water is not too hot. So that is what I'm doing. I put my hand and the water was too hot, so I had to add a little more cold water, right? So having done this, I forgot to take the sponge. Okay, so I called for help and here it is. So, and again I forgot the little towel I used to clean their mouth, so I've also called for help. So right here I'm trying to cheer up my baby to get her in the mood. Okay, one top secret: make sure your baby is properly fed before the bedtime time. Okay, this will get them more relaxed, right? Because if they are hungry and you're doing all of this, they will get they won't be happy. They'll just cry, and before you know it, you are even tired, right? So the towel is here. If you notice, I haven't put disinfectant into the water. The reason is because I have to clean their mouth first. So assuming I have for any day I didn't remember, I will have to use a small cup and put warm water in it and then clean their mouth from there. Okay, so Jasmine is a strong baby. She doesn't cry all the time, but anytime you are cleaning her mouth, that's when she remember to cry. Yeah, so I wonder if she wants to be a dirty girl. No, I know she won't be. So I squeeze it and I keep it for the next baby. Okay, so those are the dirty clothes and I'm trying to put them away, okay, by the corner. So now I'm adding the disinfectant. Remember, we don't use Dettol for the newborn. We use Spirit, hospital recommended anyway. So I'm trying to put away the diaper, putting it away. So after this, we're going to commence bathing. So you notice the sponge is the one with foam. I don't know if you know it has foam inside. So this helps to gather water for the hot water massage therapy. Don't mind me. So take note of the areas I'm applying or massaging with hot water. First is the stomach, very, very important. Most times their stomach, they have a lot of gas in their stomach. So when you give them a hot massage on the stomach, it eases the gas, like it makes them fat more, thereby easing out some gas, right? So I'm putting hot water on the legs too. This is to help straighten the legs. You don't just give birth to your baby and allow them to keep growing anyhow. She will fall into shape or whatever. No, you have to help your baby, okay? So that's what I'm doing. Trying to straighten the legs with hot water. Don't drag, just gently massage the leg, okay? So as you can see, the hip, I also applied hot water there at the back, the neck area, and all of that, okay? So the next one, this one, be careful while doing it. If you can't do it, just don't try it so you don't break the baby's hands, okay? So we are gently putting Jasmine's hands behind her back, okay? So you as you are listening, just try to see if you can cross your hands at your back. Like, can your two hands join at your back? If it can, this is the result. Like, this is the reason your mother did a great job. Yeah. So like me, I can comfortably join my hands at my back. So that's why we do it for these children. Is a form of exercise, a form of strengthening your bone and all of that, okay? So now it's time to poo. So we're trying to put hot water directly to the anus, right? Let's see if Jasmine will poo, though she had pooed earlier this morning. So I still have to make sure that she doesn't have something left in there. Yeah. So if the back doesn't work, you can raise the baby's leg up and apply the hot water directly to the anus. Yeah. It seems she doesn't want to poo. She doesn't want to poo. Remember, I don't know if you noticed, I added a little more hot water when I wanted to start the anus therapy. Yeah. That is because if the water is not hot, it's not going to force the shit out. Yes, the poo, right? So I added more hot water to make sure that it's easier to shit out. Yeah. So it seems Jasmine is not going to poo today. Yeah. So we are going forward. I still applied more hot water on her tummy to see if there will be a positive outcome. Yet nothing happened. I'm still playing with her. Remember to play with your baby while you bathe. It's a fun time, right? So Jasmine is saying, Mommy leave me, I don't want to poo. So I'm going to let her be, right? Yeah. So after this, we are going to start applying soap and all of that. See this woman, she's still trying to force this baby to poo. And Jasmine is saying, no, not today, not today. So we're going to apply soap to the body, yeah, to her hands, her legs, her neck, and all of that. Then apply on the sponge and scrub her gently. Scrub her gently, yeah. Make sure you're washing her fingers, her buttocks, her legs, her feet, yeah. Everywhere washable. Make sure the soap and sponge gets to the areas. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Making sure that everywhere is neat. Scrubbing the legs. So I have to apply another soap to the stomach and the neck area. Yes. So I keep scrubbing gently. Scrub the armpits. Yeah. Our baby must shine. So if you notice, I'm already sweating. It's not easy. It is not easy. So you wash off the foam from the sponge, so you don't put it inside the water like that. So trying to wash off the foam from Jasmine's body before washing her head. So now this is how we wash the head, because we don't want to pour water directly on her face. So you turn the baby's head to the reverse, yeah. So you apply the soap to the head, then use your fingers to wash the neck area. Put your hand, she has ring neck, so if I don't put my hand in there, she can have a lot of dirt there, and before you know it, the baby might start having rashes or have odor, and you don't even know the cause of it. So when you're bathing your baby, you put your hands around the neck, wash everything out, wash the ears, wash the face. So for the face, we gently apply on the forehead, the cheeks, without getting to the eyes. Okay, so I have poured water on the head, trying to wash off the foam and cleaning the face to make sure she doesn't leak leak the foam. Yeah, so we keep pouring water until the foam is totally off. So baby Jasmine is a very strong baby. She doesn't cry anyhow. She doesn't cry while bathing unless she is hungry. So that's why I don't even let her, both she and Jason, I don't let them be hungry while bathing. So I'm still washing off the foam from the body to make sure I have an all clean baby. Yeah, washing every part off, pouring more water and water is actually very sweet. You know that feeling when you are under the shower and maybe the weather is so hot and you're under the shower, you don't even want to come out, right? Or maybe when the weather is so cold and you're having a hot bath, you wouldn't even want the hot water to finish. Yeah, so that's the feeling. So we are done. So I'm taking this Jasmine's towel. They don't share the same towel actually. So I'm going to put the white one on my body and then use the pink one to clean off her body. Notice there's a rag under my feet. The reason is you don't want to let water stain everywhere or pour water everywhere. Please pardon my tone. It's because I have cough, so trying so hard to hold it in. So I'm drying up Jasmine's body and I'm also cleaning up my sweat. Yeah, I'm sweating so badly. The water was hot and this is also exercise. The whole thing I'm doing, just stressing my body. Yeah. So after drying up baby Jasmine, we're going to start applying petroleum jelly on her body. I know some people will say, why Vaseline? Yeah, petroleum jelly. Why Vaseline petroleum jelly? I like it because it actually helps babies to have a smooth skin. Yeah. So if you are looking for a smooth skin, it actually helps. Okay. I know some people are just skeptical about it because they believe it darkens the child. I don't know if it's true, but that's not what I'm after. I'm after the smoothness of their skin for now. Yeah. So notice that while I'm applying the jelly, I'm also trying to stretch the leg. Yeah, I'm stretching the leg to help them so that the leg can further get straightened. Yeah, then I'm scratching their feet. This will help them to have a firm stand. Like when they stand, they will not, their feet won't irritate them. They can stand firmly on the ground when the time comes. Yeah, so we always scratch the feet, the under feet. Yeah, so I'm also applying to the hands, and I'm also stretching it gently. Oh, please don't go and break your baby's bones. So I'm going to do this till I have covered all her body parts. So I'm applying to the back. Yeah, I wish you can feel the smoothness of Jasmine's skin. Her skin is so smooth, so smooth. So her cheeks, I'm applying to the cheeks. And I apply to her face, her nose, trying to use my hand to straighten up her nose. Then her cheeks, her ears, and all of that. Everywhere must glow, everywhere must be smooth. Yeah. So still playing with my baby, still playing with her, and she's laughing. So time to put on her diapers. So I put it on for her. Yeah, I think this is the easiest thing to do. So, but take note, after putting it on, put your hand in between to make sure that it is not too tight on the baby. So after checking that the diaper is not tight on the baby, we proceed to the inner wear. This helps to keep the baby warm and also help to dry off sweat. Yes. So you gently put it on for the baby. So after putting it on, you pin it down. So this serves as both singlet and pant. So with this, you don't even need to wear your baby any other pant. So this is a pink shirt for Kamsi. I knew I was going to call her Kamsi. So Kamsi is her native name. Okay. So while her English name is Jasmine. So I knew before the end of the video I was going to call her Kamsi. So she's having a lemon green top with white and pink design. Yeah. So gently you put it on. Notice she has not cried ever since we started. I told you she doesn't cry unless she's hungry. So I'm trying to pin it at the back. Yeah, Jasmine is all set. So it's time to apply oil. Mommy, have you forgotten oil? Still playing with my baby. So time to apply oil on the head and combing the hair. So one top secret, when you apply oil on the hair, make sure you massage it to the scalp, because that's the target. The target of the oil is the scalp, not the hair. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure the oil gets to the scalp before I start combing. Yeah, Jasmine doesn't like to comb her hair. Maybe it's a bit painful for her, but the hair hasn't grown much. So at this point, Jasmine knows she's done, and she's hungry and needs to sleep. So she has started making one or two sounds. Mommy, I want to suck. Mommy, I want to suck. So let's see how it goes. So I'm going to give her some breast to suck and then put her to sleep. So immediately Jasmine finished sucking, she was already sleepy. So I put her in her rocker and allowed her to sleep while I carried Jason up from the rocker. Jason was still sleeping and I had to wake him up to have his bath, right? But one thing is certain, he'll surely go back to sleep after bathing, so I'm not scared. So just like we did with Jasmine, we are going to clean Jason's mouth, remove his clothes, and start bathing. So remember, I already added disinfectant to the previous water. So I'm going to use a small cup to put warm water or hot water, then throw in the towel in it, then use it to clean Jason's mouth. Okay, the water is hot. There is no cold water around me, so that's why I'm trying to see if the water can get a bit cold. So the water won't be enough for Jason, so I'm going to top it up. I added hot water and then I'll add cold water to it. Okay, just making sure that Jason has enough water that can take him through the bathing session. So what's she looking for? Okay, so we're going to clean Jason's mouth. This is also a way of waking him up, trying to wake him up because he's still sleeping. So once I start cleaning his mouth, he's going to wake up. And just like Jasmine, Jason doesn't like to clean his mouth, so he doesn't like to clean his mouth. But now, for now, I have to force them to do it. So when they are of age and they don't want to clean their mouth, it's their issue. But for now, mommy wants an all clean baby. So I'll go ahead and clean Jason's mouth. So after that, I put back the towel inside the cup and squeeze out the water to make sure the towel remains clean. Yeah, So I'm removing Jason's clothes, the socks first, the trouser, yeah. So I'm also going to double check to know if Jason had poo in the diaper, so it doesn't stand everywhere. So there's no poo in there, so I'll go ahead to remove his clothes. Yeah. So we're about to begin. Once you see my legs crossed inside this bathtub, just know it's time. So try to pull up my clothes so water doesn't get to it. I remove the diaper, I fold it and I put it away. Excuse me. So I have to add a little more disinfectant to the water because I added more water. Yeah. So, okay. Massaging the stomach, pressing the stomach with hot water. Remember what I told you earlier. So this will ease them from the gaseousness or too much gas in the stomach. So remember, you have to apply hot water to the legs. Apply hot water so that your baby's leg can be straightened day by day. So I'm going to turn him over. Put hot water on the legs again, on the buttocks, and on the back, the neck area too, to help them turn their neck easily. Yes. So the hand, remember what I did with Jasmine. So I'm also doing it with Jason. So who noticed Jason's hand can even touch, the two fingers are touching each other. Yeah. So you do this every day and you will know the difference. So once it's time for the hot water session, the anus therapy session, don't mind me, that's my own name, my own given name. So I usually add more hot water. Oh, see now, Jason is already pooing. So once the water is hot, the child must poo. Unless the child doesn't want to poo. But if there is something in there that needs to be shit out, the child must poo. So it's either you do it by raising their legs or by turning them over on their stomach. Once they lie on their stomach, you use one hand to open up the anus and use the other hand to apply the hot water to the anus, directly to the anus. Yes. So let's see if Jason has more to poo. Ooh. So he still has more. Yes. So I do this for them every morning. So I keep trying to see if more will come out. But it seems the nigger is done. So notice what I just did. I put one of my finger on the anus and I gently massaged it. Not inside, just at the tip there. Just massage it a little to give easy way. In case there is something coming, it can easily come out. Yes. So since Jason was done, I started applying soap all over his body. Notice I'm sweating, like I'm sweating times 2 now. It's not easy, seriously. It's not even easy to bathe one child, talk more of 2. So I'm gently scrubbing Jason's body, his legs, his hands, neck, everywhere scrubbable. Yeah. I noticed I didn't apply so much soap on his body. Yeah. Then I have to apply soap on the stomach and the leg, in between his legs and all of that. I scrub it off with a sponge. Yeah. Who noticed he almost fell? Yeah. That's why you have to be careful. As you're bathing the child, you have to be on alert so that the baby doesn't sleep. Yeah. So, pouring water all over his body to make sure I have an all clean baby. So it's time to wash the head. As usual, I'll turn him on the reverse side and apply soap on his head, on the neck and on the face. Yeah. His ears, all of that. Just make sure everywhere is clean. So I'm using water to take off the foam from the soap. Yeah. Clean the face. Apply more water. This boy, he wants to follow. One thing is, I usually don't allow little children to carry Jason because he's very active. It's easy for him to fall. Okay, if you don't carry him very well, he can easily fall. So I don't let little children carry him. So I'm pouring water all over Jason's body to make sure he's perfectly okay. So I'm cleaning off my face again. The sweat is unbearable and there's nothing around I can use to wipe my face. That's why I'm using my clothes. So we are done. We are done with the bathing session. Over to the dressing part. So I put him on the towel, on the white towel, and I use the blue to clean him up, dry him up rather. So I'm drying up baby Jason and he's not crying. He hasn't cried because he is also not hungry. So I'm still drying up his body. I just discovered he has a little rash on his neck. So I have one ointment that I can apply to it. See how Jasmine is just sleeping. You see, once you give them this hot water bath and you massage them very well, they tend to sleep very well. So I've started applying the petroleum jelly on Jason. I apply it all over his body. Don't forget to stretch the leg, the arms, and everywhere. If there's one thing you need to be as a mother, you have to be intentional. Whatever you're doing, can you notice how I'm very intentional in rubbing them this petroleum jelly, all the areas that need to be applied. I did justice to that. So I continue to all over his body. Then I have an ointment for the neck. Remember I said I noticed a rash on the neck area, so I'm going to use the ointment. Before 2 days it will clear off. It's very, very effective. If you would like to know the name, you can send a message. So I'm applying it on the neck area and on the chin. Yeah. Okay, so I'm done applying the ointment on the affected areas. I'm just making sure. Okay. Just making sure all areas are covered. So we'll proceed to wearing our diaper. Remember, after wearing the diaper, you should double check to make sure it's not tight on the baby. Okay, we don't want to keep our babies being uncomfortable. Okay, so I'm going ahead to wear him the diaper. Okay. The next is to wear him the underwear to help keep him warm and to absorb heat better. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm wearing him the underwear gently. I pin it down. Then I proceed to his short. Still checking his ears if there are deaths, so I can use cotton bud, but it's not dirty. So I proceed to his shorts, put it on. Yeah. Then we'll proceed to the top. Big boy Jason. In my mind. Yeah, that's me making sure his medal is well positioned. The way I'm careful with this, my children, I don't even want to scratch on them. Okay, so he's going to be wearing a red top. I want him looking as gorgeous as Jasmine. Wanted to say Kamsi. Jasmine. Yeah. Cute, right? Okay, so I'm tying the rope of the shorts. I don't have to leave it long like that. So we'll proceed to the socks. This is the socks I could get, like the one that is very close to the outfit. So ignore the green part. Yes, I'm that petty. I like to match clothes up to the socks. Yeah, Jason is ready. Jason, say hello. Jason is laughing. Okay. Yeah, time to nurse. Okay, I forgot oil. Forgot to apply oil on his head. That's what I'm doing right now. I apply oil. I'm using Chico products in case you want to know. So remember to massage it to the scalp. Then comb. Yeah. Looking for the comb. I found it. So we'll comb Jason's hair. Then we can say Jason is ready. Yeah. So after bathing Jasmine, I didn't show you how I was able to breastfeed her and put her to sleep. So I'm going to show you Jason's part. Okay, so here we go. This is our normal routine. After bathing, we suck and sleep. Yeah. So Jason is sucking. He'll suck until he sleeps off. Patience, right? You have to be very, very patient with kids or with babies. Yes. So I let him suck until he's okay and he sleeps. As you can see, he's all sleepy. So I rub his back gently so he can belch. Remember, after breastfeeding your baby or after each meal, whether formula feeding or breastfeeding, make sure you rub your baby's back till your baby belch, so the baby doesn't throw up, or you understand. Yeah. So we are done. I'll go ahead to put him in his cot. Put him in his cot so he can have a wonderful sleep.